Hello, everyone. Welcome. Great to see some familiar names joining us here. Hello again, Althea. Hi. Great to see you.
Hi again, Julian and Phil.
And welcome, Dax. Glad you're with us.
Hello.
Hello, Dax. Was that a grown-up voice or a kid voice that I heard?
Kid voice.
Kid voice,
Rock
okay.
and roll.
This session that we're about to do is more kind of an informational session for grown-ups. The student sessions are going to start in a couple of weeks. So feel free to hang out, Dax. We're not going to do anything that's not appropriate for kids, but the audience that we're talking to is mostly teachers and grown-ups. So feel free to stick around if you'd like, or come back in a couple weeks for robot mini golf, because we're going to be doing that session starting on July 12th.
That said,
Yeah.
we are actually going to be doing a little bit of demoing today. So if you are interested in controlling a putter, we can make that happen for you too, Dax. It's really up to you.
You're
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. We've got another friend in the waiting room.
Thank you, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it's Carrie.
Awesome. Excellent. Welcome back, Carrie. Great to have you again. Hello. Hi. Great to see you. And for those of you who are joining us now, feel free to turn your camera on and keep your mics muted. We are only recording our section of this, where we are recording ourselves, and we'll make this recording available later. But your face will never be shown. Even if you speak, the recording will only be of us and our faces. So feel free to turn your video on if you'd like to, if you're comfortable. It's great to be able to see what people are thinking and feeling, and honestly to see y'all laugh at my jokes, to see if they land. That works well for me, but if you'd prefer to keep your video off, that's okay too. Can I take a quick poll of the room? At certain points, we're definitely going to have Q&A at the end, but really at any point, you can feel free to unmute if you'd like and ask questions. Let me get a quick question or quick poll here. How many of you are comfortable unmuting? So use the emojis down at the bottom of your screen. Give me a thumbs up if you're comfortable unmuting at some point today, or a little party hat if you'd prefer not to be called on to unmute. Let me know either with a thumb up or a little party hat. This is the way we take quick, silly polls. Awesome, thanks. We'll also be using the chat really liberally today, so feel free to participate a lot in the chat. It's a great place to ask questions, to add things on, to make note of things that you'd like us to come back to in just a little bit. So awesome. Great. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We may have some more folks joining us as we go, but we'll go ahead and start it off. Hi, everyone. My name's Kelsey Derringer. I am one of the co-founders of CodeJoy. We are an online education company. We teach coding and robotics remotely, and the focus of our classes is to make short, less than an hour long, fun, interactive shows and experiences so that kids can have a fun, successful experience with coding and robotics, so that the next time they encounter an opportunity to code or make a robot, they remember how successful they were, and they can approach that with enthusiasm and some confidence as well. I've got a couple other members of CodeJoy here with me as well. Everybody, this is Matt, as represented by Matt the Robot. Hey, Matt the Robot.
Hello. So I usually work behind the scenes, but so that I could get on screen every now and then and help Kelsey out, I usually come into the shows as this little robot. I'll be available to answer any technical questions as they come up.
That's right. So Matt the Robot during the shows is sort of a chat robot. He is there to elevate the kids' chats that they send, and they love interacting with Matt the Robot. It's actually really terrible. They love him, and they don't care about me at all. It's fine. And then we have another member of CodeJoy with us today. We are a 3-person team, and everybody, this is Mike Cotterman. Mike is the developer of our CodeJoy.live site. Hey, Mike, how's it going tonight?
Not too bad.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being on here. I know there were some people who had some more detailed questions about our CodeJoy.live site, so we're really glad you're here to answer them.
Great.
Awesome. Okay, so what is CodeJoy? What are CodeJoy shows? Well, we have a really short video to show you just sort of the breadth and depth of what CodeJoy shows are. Matt, do you have that video to roll?
I certainly do.
Awesome.
Hello! My name is Matt. I am a robot, and I am the assistant teacher at CodeJoy. CodeJoy is an online classroom that engages kids between the ages of 7 and 13 in coding, robotics, and engineering. Classes are hosted by Kelsey, CodeJoy's lead teacher. Each class is built around a simple narrative involving the little bots. Kelsey and her students must use coding and robotics to solve problems, right wrongs, and make the little bots' cardboard world a better place. Our classes are live. As students learn to program, their code controls the robots in the CodeJoy studio, giving students an active role in the narrative. We've developed technology that allows this interaction to happen in real time for entire classrooms, entire schools, or even entire school districts. And this experience requires no special software and no special hardware. How can CodeJoy make STEM education accessible and exciting for your students? Contact us at codejoyeducation.com to find out more.
So we are so excited to be able to offer these shows for free over the course of 5 weeks to any students anywhere around the world who want to join, as long as you're a member of Maker Camp this summer. We're going to go over in just a little bit how to join Maker Camp and how to make sure that you are a community partner so that your kids can join for free. But first things first, we want to get you guys to play with us. So we're going to send you a link in the chat right now. And this is the same link that your students would use to join CodeJoy Live. What you would do is you would send this link to all of your students. You can click on that, put in your first name, and that will cause you to actually join CodeJoy Live. So let's see, we can tell you who has joined us. Hey, Carrie has joined us. We can see, whatever your students log in as. Hey, Althea's joined us. Julian's joined us. Fantastic. And Phil and Dax, feel free to join us as well if you would like. Just click on that link and put in your first name.
And no doubt you're probably hearing an echo right now because we're coming through both Zoom, if you've unmuted on CodeJoy Live, because we're coming through both Zoom and CodeJoy Live. So in just a moment, when everybody's signed on, we're going to mute ourselves on Zoom. So you'll just hear us through CodeJoy Live.
That's right. So looks like we do have everybody there. Fantastic. We're going to mute ourselves on Zoom. On CodeJoy Live, go ahead and click on our video. That in the bottom corner, there's an unmute button. So we'll listen to you. You can hear us on CodeJoy Live. Go, go, test, test. We're muted on Zoom. Give me a thumbs up. You can actually use the chat on CodeJoy Live. See how there's video and chat? Go ahead and try using that chat on CodeJoy Live and let us know if you can hear us.
25, Julian, 25.
No, he's saying 5 by 5, like we're 5 by 5, like all good.
I thought you were testing me to see how good my AI was. My actual intelligence is...
That's what that means, actual intelligence.
Actual intelligence.
That's great.
Well, that's one way. So we can read your chats, as you can see.
Yes, we can't always understand them, but we can read them. Awesome. So this is usually how we'll start out a CodeJoy Live session, with chatting with Matt the robot, getting the kids to come in, understand how to use the chat, make sure everybody can hear us, and then we'll start an actual show. So we are going to do a show, a little bit of one, about just 8 minutes or so of one of our shows right now. And the show that we're going to do is called Robot Mini Golf. And so we start out this show with our robot friend named Elby, who is standing at the prize wall at a robot mini golf course getting ready to play. So Elby, are you ready to play some mini golf? time to start the show. You gotta focus, little buddy, okay? We gotta play some mini golf. So, LB, are you ready to play some mini golf? Ahem! LB! Hey, what has you so distracted? Yes, that is a very nice yellow kazoo, but it looks like in order to win it, you're going to have to score a hole in one. So are you ready to play? Yes? Okay. All right, everybody, let's head over to that first mini golf hole. All right, when we arrive at that first hole, we are going to investigate the obstacle we find there, and then you guys are gonna help LB score a hole in one.
Oh no. The unfairway? I've heard of this mini golf course. I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Well, I have a really great feeling about this. I don't have a really great feeling anymore.
Yeah, this place is a total scam. I don't think it's going to be possible to get a hole in one on any of these obstacles.
Yeah, no way. Did you see how fast that thing was moving? LB, are you sure you want to play mini golf here? Yeah? Okay, well, you're very persistent. So here's how we're gonna play mini golf. In just a little bit, you guys can actually aim that little green hill. That's our putter. You can do it by moving that slider bar and then clicking move putter. And when you have it lined up, you can click putt. Go for it, LB. Looks good. Missed it.
Yeah, this mini golf course has been around for a really long time. I think these obstacles are just running old code.
Well, hey, if the obstacles have code, code controls robots. So if we want to change the robot, we just change the code. Let me teach you guys how to do that. You are with us on our site here, CodeJoy.live, and you're probably on the first tab at the top that says Home. Head over to the next one that says Obstacle 1. This is the code that's controlling that first obstacle, this windmill here. It has a motor built into it called a rotation servo. It looks like this. A rotation servo, you can control how fast this thing rotates or spins with a percentage. Currently, our windmill is set to 100% speed, which is too fast. So we want you to help us change that. Change the number on obstacle 1 and then click send code. That will send your code to us. We'll take a look at a couple different ones and try to fix our windmill. I see some people have already sent in code. Change that number, click send code, and Matt, has anybody sent in some code?
Oh, you bet. These codes are coming in real fast.
Awesome.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Carrie's code.
Ooh, excellent. Carrie has chosen 42%. Great thinking, Carrie.
Secret to the universe.
That's the answer to everything. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try this. I'm going to stop the old code, start the new code, and tell us in the chat, friends. Did you see a change from 100% to 42%? Tell us what you saw. What did you observe changed in the chat? Tell us what you saw. Did you see anything, LB?
Yep.
You did. Yeah.
Julian says yes.
Got a little.
Definitely slowed down, says Carrie. Yep. Althena also noticed. Phil says sorta.
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 Well, I like that thinking, Phil. Matt, can we take a look at Phil's code?
Sure thing. Let me pull it up.
Aha, Phil is going to slow it down even more. Instead of 42, let's try 30% speed. Okay, Phil, just for you. Going to stop the old code, start the new code, and check that out. I think that is looking pretty good. That's looking much slower. Excellent. All right, I say we go ahead and keep that code. So, LB, are you ready to try golfing again? Oop. No. Oh, no. Why aren't you ready to golf? Yes, great point. We shouldn't have LB golf. We should have you guys help us golf. So let me show you how we're going to give one of you live control over our putter. You're currently on the tab that says Obstacle 1 at the top. Head over to the tab that says Let's Putt and send us a chat. Say, me, if you want us to pick you. We're just going to pick one person to be our golfer. So if you want it to be you, send us a chat and say, me, pick me, I want to golf.
Althena was quick with it. So Althena, why don't you go ahead and take control of our putter.
All right, Althea, you have live control now. So golfing is a 3-step process. Step 1, you're gonna move this slider bar around and see how that changes the direction? To actually move the little hill, you're gonna click Move Putter. That will actually change the direction of it. And then when you wanna hit the ball, like that, you click Putt. So you can either use the arrow keys or you can actually physically move that slider bar around and then click Move Putter. And the rest of us, it's our job to cheer Althea on. So in the chat, let us know, what do you think? Can Althea do it? Elby, what do you think? Oh yeah, he says yes. Ooh,
Phil
nice job,
says,
Althea.
go! Julian says, you can do it, Althea. Carrie says, go, Althea. Or perhaps, goo, Althea. I'm not quite sure.
It's looking pretty good.
Mike says, woo!
Whoa, look at that! Yeah! You see the flags pop out? She got it! It was a hole-in-one! That is amazing! Woohoo! Fantastic job, Althea! Elby, do you know what this means? That's right! Let's go get your kazoo, little buddy! Wait, score a hole-in-one times 2? Well, that is just rotten. I think I know, buddy. That's terrible. You're so sad. That must be why they call this place the Unfair Way. So, we'll end our little demo there. But that's what these are like. They are really like interactive TV shows. Oops. They're really like interactive TV shows with music and characters and a story, and the kids are coding to help advance that story and to control the characters and to even control the environment that the characters are in. So we've got 5 different shows that we're doing. Robot Mini Golf is the first show. That'll be not next week, but the week after, July 12th. Robot Aerobics, where the kids get to code a live aerobics dance show, and by coding the robots, they actually control me, because I sub in for one of the dancers. Let's see, the third week I think is Robot Memories, so they get to help a little elderly robot named Dottie reclaim some of her corrupted memory files. Very cute. She's got a little walker. There is Robot Rovers, which they get to control a little cardboard rover car and actually do some live control like that with the car as well. And then finally, Robot Relaxation, where we've got some very stressed out robots because they have to take a test. And so we help them do a breathing exercise using the LEDs of the Microbit. So in all of these shows, the kids are sometimes coding motors and lights and things like the rotation servos, position servos, LEDs. Sometimes they're just coding the microbit itself, the LEDs of the microbit. So we cover all kinds of different coding concepts, all kinds of different robotics concepts within each of these shows. None of them is a repeat, although some of them use some of the same parts, but they're all a totally different experience. So what I'll have you guys do now is on CodeJoy Live at the top, click log out and then come back to Zoom, and we'll unmute on Zoom in about 10 seconds. So
right.
Log out of CodeJoy Live. We'll see you back on Zoom.
All right, and Dax. Oh, sorry, let me go ahead and...
Cool.
Dax, come join us back on Zoom, and after our little presentation, we'll give you a few minutes to do some golfing. Does that sound okay? So join us back on Zoom, okay, Dax?
Yeah, don't log out, but do join us back on Zoom. But you might want to mute us on CodeJoy Live so you don't get an echo. Cool.
There you go. Great job, man.
Awesome. Okay, test. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me on Zoom. Yeah? Fab. Awesome. Okay, so that was our little sort of tutorial of what a CodeJoy show is like. I want to pause here. Do you guys have any questions about what the CodeJoy shows involve or what kids will be learning? We're going to talk next about how to access those shows, but either in the chat or by unmuting and asking questions. Any questions about the content of the CodeJoy shows? I know Julian had asked a question about the coding language on CodeJoy Live. Julian had asked something about like, oh, is this make code or is it manual code? So we're going to discuss kind of our behind the scenes, kind of how that works in a little bit, but we're trying to make it look like make code. And Mike is going to address those in just a little bit. Cool. Okay, so how do you and your students join these CodeJoy sessions? Well, they are completely free, and it's a couple step long process. But the first step is to go to makercamp.com. You can do this with us right now. Would you send that to everybody, Matt? It's currently in the waiting room. But you're going to go to makercamp.com and register to be a community partner if you have not done so already. So I'm going to go there right now so you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So here's what makercamp.com looks like. You'll see this video. There's Mario, the Maker Magician. And if you, you can be one person doing a Maker Camp, you can be a library or a school, you can be a group of kids living on the same block. If you're already registered, awesome. We're going to talk people through this process really quick so they know how to do it. But you'll just register real quick. It's free to register. It takes 10 or 15 minutes to complete a little survey there. And then once you have registered, very quick process, you'll receive an email. Now, this email, it keeps going to people's promotional folders. So if you have your priority inbox and stuff, you need to look out for an email from makercamp@make.co. Write that down. We're going to write that in the chat now as well. But if you take one note from today, it's register at makercamp.com. And the second one is look out for an email from makercamp@make.co, because that's going to have all of your further instructions for how to access these things from there. It's super important.
And what if they've already registered, Kelsey?
If you've already registered, stick with us. We'll show you where to go from there. Because when you get that email from makercamp@make.co, that's going to give you an invitation to join a group. Now, I'm going to pause here for just a moment to say this whole process is brand spanking new. You guys are on the cutting edge of what Make is doing to serve a national and even an international audience with these projects, these live shows, with the kits and things that come with it. So you guys are on the cutting edge of what is possible and what Make is doing. And to that end, there's some cutting edge style glitches in the system a little bit and some bumps in the road. So there's a little bit of confusion here. You're not doing anything wrong. There are some bumps built into this, but feel free, if you're confused about anything, reach out to makercamp@make.co if you get lost at any point. You may not be the only one, and you'll help them fix some of those glitches. Sienna from Make just also responded saying that we will be sending the instructions and the invite to all registered Maker Camps in the next few days by July 6th at the latest, which is great because our shows don't start till July 12th, so awesome. But make sure you register soon to get that. But when you are able to register and then you go to your email, you'll end up at a page that looks a bit like this. You'll end up at a page, now mine says CodeJoy, like once you've registered and you've made a little login sort of thing, you'll go to this is called your dashboard. And so once you can access that through email, there will be instructions. But on your dashboard, you can scroll down and find all of these adventures. There are back to basics, e-textiles, electronics. We, CodeJoy's classes, are in coding and computers. So when you click on that, you can see that there's virtual robots. Look, it's us. It's mini golf. It's aerobics, memories, rovers, and relaxation. They're all in there. There's this button up at the top that says Start Adventure, which kind of, for me, it's glitching right now. Sienna's aware of it. They're going to try to fix that. But once that's out of the way, you can click on these different like robot mini golf, and that is where there will be a registration button. So you register, you get an email, you follow the instructions in the email, and then you find CodeJoy in that coding and robotics one, and you can find the adventures from there. Registration is free. You'll get that link like you saw today. It'll be the same link for the entire week. So let's say you signed up to come on Tuesday, but oh no, life happened. I need to join on Thursday. It's the same thing for the whole week. So we limit it to about 50 people joining each time, and there's a goal to have 300 community members. So be sure that you register if you want to do it like every Tuesday with your club. Go ahead and register, reserve those spots for your students so that you can do that. But the shows are going to happen every day at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, and then there will also be a couple of additional ones for those Eastern time folks to be a little earlier. But they'll all happen on CodeJoy Live, and you can access them through, if you register at makercamp.com, you'll find everything you need from there through that email. What questions do you guys have about how to register and become a member, or how to access these free CodeJoy shows through the site? Anything? Excellent.
Sienna, just chiming in here. Thank you so much, Kelsey, for that. We will be making this available as soon as we possibly can. We were hoping to have all of our community partners in and being able to preview the adventures already. But as Kelsey said, it's an entirely rebuilt system, newly built, and we have run into a couple issues. Very small. We should be able to handle that, no problem. Everything that Kelsey said about how you're going to be able to access and register these events is absolutely true. I did just want to mention one of the holdups here is that we will have an event listing, the calendars. You'll be able to register for CodeJoy's sessions from there as well. We're trying to offer multiple ways that you're going to be able to get into these sessions. The limit is 50, and we're going to make sure that we're providing it to all of our Maker Camp community partners first.
Awesome.
That's all I had to add.
For Julian, he said, can I send participants directly to that registration link? If your participants, are you talking about your like campers? Yeah, so your campers, you will receive like that CodeJoy student link like you got in the chat today. You can just send them that.
We're trying not to collect campers' email addresses. You know, we're trying not to, that's a whole other realm that we're not ready to deal with this year.
Yeah.
So we're providing it to you, the camp leaders, and that way your campers are totally anonymous.
Yeah. And I did see that there was perhaps a question from Christina, and I think Dax as well. Did you guys have a question you wanted to ask?
I think I was a little confused. So I had signed Dax up for this, but this is actually for like the parents and the teachers. Okay.
It is.
Sorry. It was just a little confusing on the website.
Sorry about that, but feel free to stick around because we did do a little demo of what our shows are going to be like, and we promised Dax, if you've got the time, to stick around for a couple minutes afterwards, that he could do some golfing.
Cool. So could I still do, I guess this camp as like a homeschool for Dax and maybe like a friend or two?
Absolutely. That is a perfect use for Maker Camp. That's exactly what Maker Camp is trying to serve. So if you guys become a community partner, and like I said, it's free, you just register. If you guys become a community partner, you get access to all of the Maker Camp resources, including our free shows. So you can do this, we do the same show for an entire week. So you can do a different show every week. We would love to have you and Dax and a couple friends join us there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely,
yeah, you bet.
Thank you.
And thanks for your patience, Dax. I know this is a lot of talking right now.
A lot of grown-up talk. You're awesome, Dax. I can't wait to have you back in one of our sessions. Okay. Now I know there were some technical questions about how we're doing coding and whatnot. And maybe we can show you guys what the entirety of CodeJoy.live looks like. We'll pull that up and just show you kind of what our end of CodeJoy.live looks like. And then maybe Mike can kind of just do a quick like couple minute overview of what this is. So we'll bring this up and then we'll co-spotlight Mike.
All right. So let me go ahead and bring Mike onto this. And Dax, are you ready? Now's your time to shine. I'm going to go ahead and send you a link.
Send you that student link again so you can rejoin. Yeah.
And this link is actually for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not just for Dax, but we're gonna give Dax a lot of attention.
You'll be our demonstrator, okay, Dax?
Okay.
So, what do you want to just kind of tell them what they're seeing? Hey, Althea's back too. Awesome. Do you want to just tell them what they're seeing here, Mike?
Sure. So what Kelsey's showing you right now is the teacher view. And on the right-hand side, there's a little slide out that she uses to see who's joined the class as a student. Depending on the type of dashboard, that allows you to select either to view their code in the interface
I just
or
logged out.
to allow them to have live control. So there are a couple of different kind of dashboards on this particular version of CodeJoy Live. What she did there right there was to attach the antenna, which is another microbit that's running special code that acts as an antenna, basically, that transmits the information that you see on the screen to the robots in question. And that could go to one or more robots, depending on the ID that's been associated with them for a particular dashboard, which is what we call where you see the on start portion there. Mm-hmm. That's one dashboard. So there's the obstacle dashboard, the obstacle 1 dashboard, 2 dashboard, and let's putt. Obstacle 1 and 2 then allow you to set variables that get sent off to the robots, and let's putt lets you control a putter directly.
That's right. And so what you're kind of seeing here, how this is, to give an overview, like y'all code at home, wherever that is, your code gets sent to our website. It gets kind of scrambled around and rewritten into a way that makes sense with our system. The code goes to a microbit, which then communicates via radio with all of the stuff in our side studio. So it communicates with the windmill or the crocodile or the putter. Each of those has a microbit attached to it as well. And so this one is sending radio signals to those. So there's actually a bunch of stuff hidden behind here. They are coding, but it's sort of abstractified a little bit. If you want to see a quick behind the scenes look, I think we have our behind the scenes camera. Do we have that ready, Matt?
Yeah, I've got that ready.
Cool.
If you do want to see it, I know some of this may have been seen already by this audience.
But here's our studio. So here's where I'm located over here, and then the set is over there, and you can actually see our actual antenna is hanging down right over the set. So that's the microbit that is transmitting to all of the robots that are over there. So there's the putter one. So all of this is sort of behind the scenes knowledge. What we've done with this system is we've incorporated, from the student perspective, we've incorporated video and chat and code all in one place so that you don't have to have like Zoom open and make code open. It's just one site where all of that is there. The chats are completely private, so those come to us and no one else can see them. So even if some random weirdo joins and starts being inappropriate, it will not bother anyone because I barely even read the chats. It will bother Matt. And he can kick them out if he wants to. Because we have that ability. So it makes for a really nice, seamless experience for the students.
And something else that you probably noticed is that you didn't have to put it in an email address, right? No account is required for this. No data is collected. So it's a very secure system from pretty much every perspective. Yeah,
once you leave, it's done. So to that end, maybe Dax, we had promised you that you could do a little golfing. So I'm going to put in a low number here, make our windmill move really slowly for you. There you go. Okay, nice 20%. And now I'm going to go over here to Let's Putt. And again, I'm going to just show you this. I'm going to give Dax live control of the putter. So now, Dax, what you can do is you can move this slider bar around and click Move Putter like that to aim up your shot.
You have to be on the Move Putter tab.
Make sure you're on the Let's Putt tab. And now the rest of us, we can use the chat either here on Zoom or on CodeJoy Live to cheer Dax on. Oh, wait, where's your ball? You need the ball. Here you go. There you go. All right, Dax, see what you can do.
Carrie says go down. So you have to click the Move Putter button.
Scroll down a bit.
Yeah, it's like underneath the video and chat. Oh, you found it. Good.
Ah, you got it.
So move the slider bar and then click Move Putter. And that will move that green hill and point it different ways.
Carrie says go, Dax. Diane says go. You got this, Dax. Mary says bump it up. Yeah.
We believe in you. Ooh, so close. Try it again, try it again. Make a little adjustment to your angle there. And Mike's kids were actually the very first ones to test out this system. He's in Ohio and we're in Pittsburgh, so they were the very first ones.
I think my son played with it for about 45 minutes before
He
when
did.
we were just testing it out.
Yep. Looks good, Dax. Try that out. Oh, so close. What a heartbreaker. Little tiny adjustment and you'll have it. What do you think, LB? Is he going to get it this time? Oh, yeah. LB believes in you. Yeah! Woo!
Third time's a charm,
Third
says
time's a
Carrie.
charm.
Woohoo, says Lily.
You got it. That is fantastic. Well, listen, that is all about these sessions here. We really wanted to give you kind of a hands-on experience with them, talk to you about how to register. And this session is being recorded, so we will also upload this. And thank you to Mike. I'm going to cancel your spotlight now, Mike. Get you out of the hot seat. He's like, great, I don't want to be here.
Sorry about that, Mike.
Sorry. But this session is being recorded, and we will be uploading it to YouTube as soon as we can. And I know Mary just came in too. Welcome back, Mary. Great to have you. But we'll let you know when the sessions from yesterday and today are uploaded. Any other questions from you guys? Feel free to submit those. We can hang out for a little bit longer. Looks like we do have another one. If you have to go, though, thanks so much for joining us. We hope to see you at our sessions later this summer. Bye. Julian had a great question.
Yeah, 2 tech questions. Are the for the videos, do you manually puppet them, or are the movements also programmed? You want to take question number 1?
Yeah. So we are, as CodeJoy, we benefit from Matt's background at Jim Henson Company and Sesame Studios because a lot of that stuff is pre-recorded, but we make it look like it's live. So anytime LB's going like, that's pre-recorded. That is a programmed robot, and we're actually using an iPad to program LB, but we filmed that, and his voice is made of a melodeon?
Yeah.
Yeah, a melodeon, which is like a piano that you blow into. So his voice is that. So there's pre-recorded stuff like that, but then there's also like LB's there right now live, and I'm controlling him via Bluetooth with an iPad. I'll actually bring that over and show you. So I've written some code for when LB is at this obstacle here. And so I can make LB say yes and no. And I can get him to look at the obstacle and look back. So we're both pre-recording things and live puppeteering things, but it is actually all robots. There's just also movie magic.
And Christina had a fantastic question, wondering if there's any costs to be a partner.
Nope. It's totally free to be a Maker Camp community partner. So highly recommend that you sign up because you get access to online curriculum, to these live shows. Mario the Maker Magician is doing a Zoom Maker Party. It's going to be really cool, and you get to come to that too, all by just registering to be a community partner.
There was another question from Julian. This is part 2.
Yeah.
The Microbits, or how are the Microbits being controlled by the PC? Mike, do you want to take that one?
Mike, we're
Sure.
bringing you back.
The idea behind this was to keep it as simple as possible. So it's actually all microbits talking to microbits. There's a microbit hooked up by USB to the PC that talks to the website, and then it transmits just with the normal microbit RF to the other microbits in the room.
Mike is always saying that he didn't invent anything, but he's like, no, I just found other stuff and been using it, but like nobody's put it together like this. So what we're doing with this site is really something new that nobody's really done before as a way to blend a show with live coding, with live robots, with cardboard. So Mike is quite brilliant, and we're really glad that he's part of our team.
Try to keep it as simple as possible, although you do have to keep in mind that there are frequency interference possibilities.
And we've run into those.
We did. Our old microphone system was using a Bluetooth frequency that interfered with our remote robots.
And I think that was a question that you had, Julian, that we had failed to answer at this point, which is it was running, was it 2.5? 2.4
gigahertz.
Yeah.
The same as the microbit transmits and the same as a lot of Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's a real problem.
So we moved over to RF,
Yeah.
and that that solved the problem.
We had a bad day. Then we got a better day once we figured out what was wrong. But yeah, any other questions about what goes on in the shows, what the shows are like, how to access them, or any other questions about how our system works?
Would you like to do some more putting, Dax? I think you still have live control.
Should we make it go faster and have you try to golf again?
Yeah, okay.
Big smile.
All right. Well, we can continue to answer questions.
Yeah.
We're just going to do it from this...
Do it from here.
From this screen, yeah.
All right.
Go back to the link. There you go.
All right, Dax, I'm going to make it go faster. I'm going to make this harder on you. 50% speed.
Ooh.
Whoa. Carrie says, your setup and system is... Oh, thank you. Thank you. We've been... Matt has been working on figuring out how to... Ooh, there's obstacles now, Dax. Good luck to you. But Matt has been working on this question of how could we use, video conferencing platforms as entertainment platforms for 10 years.
Good. Okay. Oh, so close. You just need to move a bit the other way.
And Althea, we primarily work with organizations. So as far as what time zones could be available for, we've done work with folks in Europe and all over before. So could we be available for Taiwan time zones? Yeah, if we had a relationship with you or your organization, we could certainly make ourselves available for that. Oh, so close, Dax. And that's something interesting to note, actually, for Althea actually had the first live control, and you're coming from Taiwan? There you go. So she was controlling a robot from all the way across the world with sub 1 second delay. Cool. We've had kids in Germany and India. Oh, man, it's so violent at this speed.
We got a great question from Carrie saying, I could totally see kids getting excited about your shows and wanting to do more with coding and robotics. What's the next step that you guide them into?
Hey, nice job, Dax. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fantastic. I'll tell you what.
I'll switch up there.
Okay. We're actually going to switch out our obstacle here because we have another obstacle. But that's a great question. Our adventures that we have on the Maker Camp website, those adventures are sort of like, hey, join the class. Okay, you did the class. What's next? So all of our adventures on the Maker Camp website are what to do next. So like, okay, and what we recommend is basically get a hummingbird kit. That's what we build all of our robots out of. It's a great little kit. We used to work for the company, so we built all of the learning materials to go with it, so we know them intimately and we know they're awesome because we made them. But toot toot, that's our horn that we're tooting. But every activity has 2 follow-up activities. Like, okay, you did our show. Now make your own mini golf course. Now make your own dancing robot. Now make your own tiny drummer. Now make your own robot memory. So we teach you like a building technique and then give you an open-ended creative task that applies that building technique somehow. So one of our ethoses, our ethos as CodeJoy is kids deserve creative freedom over what they make and what they do. So it's never just like, make this thing exactly like we did. No, that's boring. It's like, hey, here's this concept that we started with. Now you make something that has your flavor in it, right? So if you guys want to, if you're still, I know Althea is still with us on CodeJoy Live. Oh, you're gonna code it, Matt? Cool. Yeah, that's a good call. We have our second obstacle here because I think Dax is ready for another challenge. So our second obstacle, we arrive and there is a terrible.
Let me make sure it's set.
Yeah, awful, no good, very bad.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. There's a very terrible crocodile trying to chomp and not let you get a hole in one. And you have to figure out how to get a hole in one. All right. Cool. It might take a second for it to set up. So, 1 second. Mary said, might there be a way for the makerspace itself to partner with you? I'm not yes, absolutely. We are trying to partner with organizations and makerspaces, boys and girls clubs, after-school organizations like Make. We don't do private shows for paying kids. One of our other things is we don't do public things where individuals pay. We work with organizations who sponsor shows. So if your makerspace wanted to sponsor some shows for just your kids, it could be a closed session for just the kids at your makerspace. And that could be like, hey, start with a show. We partnered to do some professional development with you and your staff on how to use robots, what to make with robots, how to figure out our curriculum, things like that. And then you guys kind of take it from there, and then the kids get to get hands-on. Absolutely. Ooh, do we have it ready, Matt?
Oh, it's finally running.
Oh man, are you ready for this terrifying thing? What is it? Let's take a look. Whoa, whoa, so terrifying, many chomps. Oh no. LB, do you think we can do it? No! I think Dax can do it. All right, so Dax, you're still on Let's Putt. Now you gotta time it. Man, can you get it through the teeth? That's the question. Thank you so much, Mary. That's very kind words. Ooh, got it on the tooth. Got it on the tooth. So close, Dax. Little tiny adjustments. And I'm gonna say nice things about you now, Dax. Check out how engaged he is right now. This is a kid at home who cannot wait to keep playing with robots. You're awesome, Dax.
And again, since we're in the tooting horn phase of our presentation, this is one of 9 shows that we've got available. So.
Hey, nice job, Dax. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woohoo, woohoo.
Because that was 2 holes in 1, you know what that means.
Elby. That's right. Let's go get your kazoo.
So this is a rather long interstitial, so I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. But Dax, you earned this.
This is just for you. We make ourselves laugh, Carrie. Shoot! I forgot. Elby can't catch. Hold on, buddy. I'm gonna help you out. Let me grab your kazoo for you there, buddy. Okay, all right. Elby, do you want to play us a song on your new kazoo? Yes? Okay, buddy, play us a song. Okay. All right. Wow. That was moist. Yeah. Great. Great job. Excellent. What is a coding day without a fart joke? You know, that's our other ethos. What is a day of robotics if you're not making fart jokes? So, you guys have now seen the beginning, middle, and end of that show. But we really hope you come back for that first week of programming and bring your students, bring your friends, let them have a chance to collaborate live. Julian was asking, do you have the links to the sessions on MakerCamp's website handy? I don't right now because the site is glitching for me, but check it out through your through that email that you received. When you go to, like, basically if you go to make.co, that's where you'll get to your dashboard. It'll take you directly to your, let me get back there, hold on. Here we go. So, I'll go full screen. When I go to make.co/members, if you go to make.co/members, that's how you get to your dashboard. And then you can scroll down and find the adventures. You can find coding and computers, which is where we'll be. And if you then click Start Adventure, then you'll be able to click in there. The registration links aren't in there yet. We're still finishing setting that up. So check back here next week. All the links and everything and the bugs should be worked out by then. And if they're not, Matt, will you put my email address in the thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, makercamp@make.co. Because if it's a MakerCamp question, they can answer it. If it's a CodeJoy question, I can answer it. Will we get you into the we will get you into the MakerCamp group and adventures as soon as we can. Watch for that email from makercamp@make.co.
Just in case our registered MakerCamp partners are confused because they didn't see this email yet, you are correct. You did not get this email yet. It is yet to come.
Perfect. On its way.
It's in the mail.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us. I know we went over time today, but we were having too much fun golfing with Dax. Dax, you're too cool. We couldn't leave. You're too awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. We've had a blast chatting with you tonight. This recording will be available later on, hopefully early next week as well. And you can also check out our website, CodeJoyEducation.com. We're going to post a ton of stuff about our collaboration with MakerCamp there as well. So thank you so much, everybody. It's been an awesome evening. We can't wait to see you and your students at our sessions starting on July 12th. Thanks so much. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.